Hi everyone, welcome back to Falcon's House. After missing last week's video on the PC upgrade, I had great luck and was able to get a 3080. The list launch was pretty terrible, and that is why I was delayed talking about the GPU. I'm just going to put this video over some PUBG highlights, and then I'm going to keep talking about it. I wasn't sure if I was going to get a 3080 or a 3090. I didn't think that the 3090 was a good value, being more than twice as expensive for 20% more performance. But I had the budget for the 3090 based on leaks and everything else. I assumed that I was just going to get a 3090 when it was first announced. But pre-orders didn't happen, and the 3080 was released first, and I wasn't able to get either at launch. So it just kind of worked out that I ended up moving down to the 3080, which I think is a much better value for most people. And if the channel grows enough, I may upgrade to a 3090 if I was able to generate enough income from the channel to pay for it. And right now there are no water blocks available, so I have it on air cooling, which in a way helps me so that I can get some benchmarks to compare to afterwards. As for why I didn't wait for the Radeon 6000 series launch is because the Alienware AW3420DW is a G-Sync only monitor, and I didn't want to switch monitors unless performance was more than 20% better, and it doesn't look like it will be. The teaser that AMD put out was about 9% slower, and even if that isn't their top chip, it'll end up being maybe 10-15% faster, maybe slightly beating a 3080, but not quite beating the 3090. And probably will not be cheap either. There's still the possibility of a 20GB 3080 coming out in December, and if that happens, I'll probably do the EVGA step up, and I just have to pay the price difference to move from one card to the other, so I'll probably at least wait for that to happen or not happen before I switch to water cooling, just because I don't want to have to put on a water block and take off a water block and put on the air cooler back again and all that kind of stuff. But once I have the final card, I will. Right now I have an EVGA for the Win 3 3080. It's the Ultra version, which has more factory overclock. But there's some issues with it with the power limit. They claim it has a 420 watt power limit, but it seems to only be 400 watts. And the card just kind of slams into this wall at stock. So I really do need to put on water cooling and try to find a way to get a higher limit voltage or wattage, excuse me, BIOS. There is one out there, but it's only for like high-end YouTubers that are competitively overclocking. The best way so far is to put the Strix BIOS on it, but I'm not willing to put a different vendor's BIOS on this card, especially if I'm going to end up doing a step-up process. So I have done some undervolting tests, and I'll make a separate video about undervolting it, but I've been able to bring the power limits back into a reasonable number. I can get it under 400 watts and still have better performance than stock, and if I undervolt it farther, I can get really low power draw, well, not really low, but low comparatively power draw that doesn't cause my UPS battery backup to trip because I'm pulling more than 600 watts. I'm probably just going to upgrade that as well to a 1000 watt unit so that I don't end up running into this, because it's really annoying when the over voltage goes and it just starts beeping at me constantly with a solid tone, even if I'm just playing a game or something. I also found that setting FPS limits in there helps. So far, every game I've just been able to just max out on Ultra at 120 FPS at 3440 by 1440. And so until I get the EVE Spectrum 4K, I'm not really going to have really good comparison videos. I'm going to still have some videos about me showing different games off at max settings and how it looks, both on a camera, and I'll probably also do some recording with NVIDIA Shadowplay or with OBS Studio just to kind of show some gameplay, and I'll probably do some streaming as well. For the rest of the build, it's almost done. I need a new water temperature sensor because I broke this one, upgrading the GPU, and I may or may not upgrade to Ryzen 5000 series. It's probably the 5900X or 5950X, and it depends on the reviews of that CPU at 1440p and 4K, because if it doesn't have really good scaling, like previous gens didn't have good scaling at 4K, like 3950X and a 10900K, which is 15% faster at 1080p, was only showing like a 1 or 2% game at 4K. so it's very GPU limited.
It's
so
on the level with the path.
if the new CPUs are still GPU limited, I'm not going to bother to upgrade. But if they're not, and I can get 5 or 10% more performance for swapping
Vector
CPUs, I'll do that.
AM249.
Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Continue to watch this highlight. And the contest is going well. We're still needing more subscribers and more Twitch followers. Links in the description, and obviously subscribe to this channel.
I've got like 90 bullets for my scar and like 200 for my barrel, so
Yeah.
I'll probably stick with the barrel. Drop you a compensator.
Okay. If you need boost, I have 5 energy drinks.
Oh, okay, nice. I've got I'm good.
Okay.
I've got painkillers and an adrenaline syringe.
Okay.
Yeah, I can drop you a bunch of 5.5 for your 249.
Yeah, that'd be good. I have 180, but this thing just chews
okay.
ammo.
Yeah, I just switched to I just switched to an SKS barrel. Just keep it all in 7.62.
Okay. Should I swap my Vector for an SKS?
Yeah, I mean M249 would be good range, and then
Yeah.
have a SKS or other way around. M249
Yeah.
would get close. I got an extended mag for a sniper, and I don't know what I did with it. So. It's great. I just need a scope, but it's not the end of the world.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm good.
We have a decent way to go.
All right.
Probably should just look for a vehicle.
Yeah. It's probably some on the street over here.
Yeah. I always have to remember to not run around with the M249 because it makes me run slower.
Right, I know.
Like, even though it's the close range weapon that I want to use.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta, like, when you're trying to run distances anyways.
Yep. Not the best thing ever, but better than nothing.
Yeah, better than nothing.
Just play the west side of the...
Yeah. So they go to like area.
Shit.
Oh fuck. Do you have an extended mag for your MT49?
Yes.
Nice, just check. Drop pretty far south. Probably outside the circle.
Yeah. I think we just run for it. We don't need to drive.
Okay. Check for a scope real quick.
Okay. I have a 3x if you need it.
Yeah, take it if you're not using it.
Okay. Yeah, I have a 4, so it doesn't.
Got an adrenaline syringe. I've got 2 actually. If you want one.
Yeah, maybe when we get into the circle, we'll do the swap.
That's good. Like the hill above the Jinky kind of.
Yeah.
Bike at the top of the hill. Drove a big boost, I think.
Yeah. We had syringe.
There's a UAZ right here if you end up wanting it once the circle closes.
Okay. It's not too bad. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain to get to with all the people coming out of Pachinki.
We could drive and go across
Yeah.
the side of that hill.
That works.
Pop an energy drink and then grab this Jeep and we're gonna drive it in.
Okay. Yeah. That works. Yeah, we can play here. Okay. That door's missing?
Yeah, no, it's open.
Okay. Thought I
There's a guy up here?
maybe.
No, never mind. We're good. This is
Okay.
stable.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I think both are up there. Or one guy got knocked. Okay. 4 alive.
It's not terrible for us. It forces them to come down the hill to us.
Yeah. We can cross the street, I guess, if we have. Well, it's a tough spot to be.
We can go on like
I don't know
the
if
on the by the roadside around the buildings.
Yeah, okay, one guy's coming down the hill south. Two guys. I'm actually gonna try to
See him.
knocked one.
The guy's running
Two
around.
guys south.
He's gonna go pick him up.
Got him. One up.
Let's get.
I'm gonna full boost and then hit the circle.
Okay. Not sure I'm in. Damn it. Yeah. I'm getting shot at.
Okay.
I don't know where from.
I think it was down the hill.
Yep. I think so.
Let's say close-ish together. It's not.
Yeah. Like that?
Yep.
Yes!
Dude.